Welcome to a big business day, the sharp end of what has been a captivating competition. We are down now to the last 8. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides, here with a place in the last 4 on the line.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today. One side will obviously do it that bit better.
So it's away we go then. So who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Fikayo Tomori has a rare reputation of being one of a few English footballers to succeed particularly well in Italy. And his very front-footed approach to defending has been very impressive. He's very fast for a defender.
Shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unearned.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Tino. Lamptey. Ricci forwards and with intent. Salmakers. Acres of space. He's found a way through. He's had a shot! Yes, it's in! They have come roaring back.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
That has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Moved on forwards. Salmakers. Ricardo Rodriguez. Pavlovic. Played up towards the front line. Fofana. Good ball, good take. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Against the crossbar. That was travelling. Spread out to the left. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Berardi wins the duel this time. So what can they make of this? Could try cutting inside here. Could be danger here. Takes a shot! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Luis Alberto, probing pass. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Ricci. Oh, this is a fascinating tie. Tight, exciting, energetic. Fofana shifted upfield. Cuts out the pass. Marco Verratti. Tomori gets over and intercepts. Salamakas in acres of space out wide. And that has been cleared. Jeremy Pino. Clearly not happy with that. They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. That has been cut short. Kozia Dubry has created one goal already. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Loftus-Cheek. Applies the finish! Oh, bang on target. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's in plenty of space here. Salamakas. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's Origi. Origi. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, it's come loose. Cut it out. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well. Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've played it short. That's really well manoeuvred. It's run loose here. And here's Pino. Here it is, crossed in. Ricci clears it away. His positioning was spot on. Milan opting for a change of tack there, I think.
Yeah, but it's an approach that could work very well if you've got the players who have the right movement in the box. You know, when they're coming in from wide positions, you just want that instinct to take over.
Oh, cracking ball. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. And it's played forward. Loftus-Cheek. Fofana. Aim forwards. Promising position. Proves too strong. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. Pino. Oh, what a... Tries a shot! Richie shifting upfield. Off the streak, aim forwards. It's a loose ball. Stop it going out. Roger averted for now. Cozier Dubry. Shapes to shoot! Salmakers. Ricci. That's a good ball. Oh, that's a fine challenge. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all sweat. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
He really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. And it's Pino. Oh, a delicate chip through. Tomori is there, and he can get that clear. Good take. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Comeback is complete. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Tomori moved on forwards. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And reclaimed it in a trice. Fofana, Loftus-Cheek. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Well, that's well seen too. Salmakers. Tomori. Salmakers. And it's played forward. Fofana. Origi. It's a great shot at goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So here comes the substitution. Well cut out. Well margin for error there. Shot, surely! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Chance to play it in. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Strong running down that left flank. Alberto does really well to win the ball there. He's found some space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. He can get that clear. Big chance to get at them. Pavlovic, forwards and with intent. The changes then in quick succession. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well, this is a great position. Shoots! There we have it, the two-goal cushion. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And now he has two. Making another change here. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Origi. Really well manoeuvred. Milan.
It's pretty clear that the defence have decided that the greatest threat to them at the moment, Peter, are people trying to just run at them.
Run at them, and I suppose beyond them, Jim.
Yeah, particularly leg runners into the box. That's what you don't want. They're very dangerous to any defence.
Rafael Leao. And out it comes again. Two ways about it. The referee has shown him a yellow card. Pavlovic. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cross goes in there. And that is not finding anyone. Milan making consecutive changes here. Now this could be a chance. Alberto shifted upfield. And it's Rabiot. Rabiot aimed forwards. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's Rafael Leao. That's too far for anyone. Jeremy Pino. Moved on forwards. Tomori gets it clear. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's played forward. Aimed forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Luis Alberto, clipped into space. Great chance! In he goes again! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Mignon, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still has to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So now the difference is 3. This might spell danger. Origi!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Pass. He's in space and looking for options. Verbruggen claims it safe hands. Renan Lodi. Luis Alberto. Now then, the ball's come loose. Rafael Leao gets rid without sophistication. Ah, such a clever touch. An uncompromising challenge. Necessary. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Luis Alberto. That is good strength. Driving on and making good progress. Luis Alberto. Good, strong midfield run. Tino! And he's following up! Let's keep distance on it. Renan Lodi. Origi. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So another test passed, and the message could not be more clear. We are coming for the prize, and we're not going away. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's a performance you can't really complain about, both in terms of inspiration and industry. It was a hard-working win, but when necessary, they were able to call upon that creativity and the ability to dig in.
Well, good evening, everybody. Important game ahead, and weather ahead, which is concerning players, coaches, and indeed spectators, because the forecast is for rain, potentially quite heavy rain, and as well as inconveniencing those who have come to watch, those who have come to play may be encountering conditions which are testing indeed in the hour or two ahead. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And it does appear that they are lining up, Jim, in a 5-4-1 formation.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
We're underway. Renan Lodi does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Caresses it through. That is a brilliant interception. Pino! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Up he goes! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Jeremy Pino certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Pino. He is through here. And the finish! Danger averted for now. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Chance! It's anyone's ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And it's played. Can he finish? Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Villanova shifted upfield. Nicely intercepted. It's Pino. Pino. He slings it in. And it's a goal! The breakthrough strike. Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Jeremy Pino. Now it's Keane. Renan Lodi. First quarter of an hour gone. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Aim forwards. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Renan Lodi. That's a good run down the left.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And Keane! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And he shoots! He scored!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they want another.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Renan Lodi taking charge of the dead ball. So, to pass or to shoot? That is his question. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Lodi is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Now it's Keane. Pino. Moved on forwards. That's really well manoeuvred. Proves too strong. And it's played forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Jeremy Pino. an imaginative pass. But Buchan gets rid without sophistication. Have it back and can go again. Out to the right. It's a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Renan Lodi. Oh, that's well done, really robust. A little off target. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Pino. And here's Pino. Pino spread out to the left. He's having a shot! Just 5 minutes left until the break. He's onto it in a flash. Marco Verratti. Jeremy Pino. Pino! Decent hit and on target. Played right into his path. Keane. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Moved on forwards. Keane. Renan Lodi. Now then, the ball's come loose. Lovely. He's had a shot! Going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And so we're off again. Aim forwards. Now that's well seen too. Renan Lodi is fouled. Over to the left, and there's his chance to lead the counter. And the ball is out of play. Marco Verratti. Bellanova looking understandably energised after his goal. That's really well manoeuvred. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bellanova. Nice interception, well timed. Aim forwards. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, he's found support out wide. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Moved on forwards. That's an excellent interception. That's good running with the ball. Keeps on running. Chance, surely!
Oh, that is rather wayward. And that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Aimed in, climbs up big! Oh, not the best of headers.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Searching pass he's played there. Wins the duel this time. And it's played forward. It's an exciting looking ball, that. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Keane proves just a little bit too strong. Out of play for a goal kick. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance already. And the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Moved on forwards. Renan Lodi, long ball upfield. Aim forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, good spread. It's made shapes to shoot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Keane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, what a climb! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This looks promising.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Tries a deft little ball. That's a throw. So there's going to be another change here. Of good defending and indecisive passing, no progress. Great defending, strong and determined. And the counter is on. Looking here to chip it through. That's surely a foul, free kick. So he's plotting something before playing it in.
there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Belanova.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
There's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's really well manoeuvred. Belanova.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
To the last 5 minutes. This is it then, now or never.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Marco Verratti.
Look, their supporters must become balmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
It is now or never. Time is against them.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's come back to the keeper. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Oh, it's come loose. Always onto this. Well timed, excellent interception. Fagioli. And that's that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, if this was a game where both sides played to their strengths, there could only have been one winner, but ifs don't count in football.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, a sense of injustice does tend to stoke the flames of resentment, and when it comes to the rivalry between Juventus and Fiorentina, the flames burn very brightly indeed. Certainly one of the fieriest fixtures in Italian football, both teams relishing the opportunity to get one over on their old rivals. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There is little love lost between these two, and that a massive understatement. It is one of the most acrimonious rivalries anywhere.
You really need to be very thick-skinned, Peter, and have nerves of steel to come through this one. A real grudge match in every sense of the word, and you would feel that everything, even the smallest of things, collisions and spats, are a few notches higher. And I see this very much as a game where Derby Day rules are what you are going to have to play by.
Well, they're underway. So they meet again, these sides resuming hostilities at the start of the second half of the season. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I'm looking forward to watching this guy, Lois Openda, Peter. The golden generation may be no more for his native Belgium, but there's so much to like about him. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, he loves one-on-ones, and while he may not be the type to get involved in the build-up much, this boy can really finish.
Okay, interesting. Thuram, Beretti, and here's Milik, back into the middle, Milik. This is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kalulu, McKennie, Francisco Conceição, and here's Milik, Beretti! And they've got rid. And it's Thuram. Oh, he's found him in space. Moved on forwards. Conceição. That looks a good ball through. Milik. Here's a corner. Conceição falls short. Can he finish? That's a half-decent try.
Javier Gil is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
McKennie does really well to win the ball there. Beretti knocks it out wide. Cross to the back post. A header! Ball's being played in here nice and early.
Yeah, that'll be a test for that defence, but I'd like my players to keep mixing it up if I was in that position, you know, and not become predictable. They've got to avoid that.
Succumbs to the pressure. Fagioli takes control of it and he's on the move. Lanti. It's a little off target. Jeremy Pino. And here's Keane. 8 forwards. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Here's Alberto. It's run loose here. Now it's Milik. Beretti. Oh, perfectly measured that. Milik. Fagioli is there and he can get that clear. Lanti. João Mario. Turan. And it's played forward. Ooh, can he get onto this? Here's Milik. And it's Turan. Out to the left it goes. João Mario. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Luis Alberto. Wins the duel this time. And that has been clubbed away. Marco Verratti. Playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. Tavio finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. Luis Alberto is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Fagioli has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Fagioli. And here's Keane. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Turan. That's Conceição. Cleared away. Driving on, a real charge here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lovely, now then. The Penda spread out to the left. That is good strength. Lovely feet. João Mario puts a cross in. There's the shot! Oh, poor contact, nothing on the shot. Incredible.
He had all the time in the world to take the spot as well.
Tino looking to get on the end of this. Luis Alberto. It's lofted through him. Real chance! Miretti. Now it's Optenda. Over to the left. Played back in. Here's Optenda!
Oh, that is rather wayward. How about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted. The touch was perfection, the finish imperfection.
Here's Milik. Turan. Miretti. And it's half-time here. Decent enough half, but either side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started. 0-0. Here we go again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Jeremy Pino. Lamptey.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And here's Optenda. João Mario. That's really well manoeuvred. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Miretti. Francisco Conceição. And the counter is on. Keen, forwards and with intent. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Pino. Turan. João Mario. Miretti. Milik. Francisco Conceição. And here's Milik. Oh, they could be caught out here. Pass has been well intercepted. Now who's going to be first to this? Proves too strong. João Mario has been caught there, it's a foul. Dealt with nicely by the defence and reclaimed it in a trice. McKennie laid out to the left flank. João Mario gets a cross in.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Let's cut it out. Kalulu. McKennie. Back into the middle. And it's Mario. And here's Vlahovic. And here's Vlahovic. Vlahovic spread out to the left. Fagioli shifted upfield. Well, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Keane, aim forwards. Turan. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Oh, it's come loose. Milik shoots! It's off target and by quite a way. The changes then in quick succession. Otavio. He's found a way through. Luis Alberto. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ah, now can they counter? And he's picked out the run. Milik. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Kalulu. João Mario. Thuram. Played out wide. Swings it across. There's the header! Oh, not the best of headers.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Luis Alberto. Thinks about the shot. Oh, well played, he needed to get that right. Referee has just said play on. Kenny gently done. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Keane. That's a delicate pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Otavio. They've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Otavio. Miretti. It's been slipped through. Shoots! Oh, it's gone in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Fagioli.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, they can break here. Moved on forwards. The ball, it could be danger here. It's a throw-in. Cross goes in there. And it's been taken short. The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Clears it away.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That looks a good ball through. Shooting chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Fagioli. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Keane chips it through. Rema tries to clear. And there goes the final whistle. Shrug, a rueful stare at his counterpart, but the manager knows that the story has gone against him. It's a defeat that hurts. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, what can we say about this fella, Jeremy Pino, Peter? I know the Canary Islands have produced some great Spanish talents over the years, but rarely as a player had such a great rise in winning a major European trophy, becoming its youngest ever winner, and earning his first Spanish cap, both achieved within a year of his professional debut. This guy could be quite incredible.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Game forwards. Now it's Bernardeschi. Lovely feet. Chance, surely! Oh, they could be caught out here. Renan Lodi. Juan Miranda. Rowe. He has found a way through. Ball comes in. Tries to get it clear. Oh, it's come loose. So who's he picking out? Now, who's going to be first to this? Fagioli, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's found a way through, and here's the chance to counter. And the keeper has it. Pobega, that's really well manoeuvred. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Fagioli forwards and with intent. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Rowe's cross. Up he goes! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Fagioli. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Fagioli. And it's Pino. Pino powering for Pino! Verratti with the short one. Calmly anticipates. Fagioli. And the shots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Well-timed, excellent interception.
Yeah, I can see how the movement of those players up top, Peter, can cause some real problems for this defence.
Yeah, I'm just about to say that to him, actually.
Yeah. It's all about the changing of roles, dropping deeper into midfield, and all designed to confuse defenders.
And the shots! Cleared without complication. Belanova. And it's played forward. 0-0 still. Good chances, though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Juan Miranda. Pobega. Bernardeschi. Bernardeschi providing an outlet on that flank. It's run loose here. Fagioli. Fagioli. And it's Belanova. Tino. He's got away. Chance! And it's a goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Great defending, strong and determined. Marco Verratti. Jeremy Pino. And here's Keane. Casale gets over and intercepts. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he welcomes it in. He's having a shot! And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Trossing.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Strong running down that left flank. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bernardeschi. He is through here. Oh, what a climb! And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
That's a throw. Marco Verratti. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Oh, he's found him in space! And can he finish it? And he's heaved it away. That has been cut short. Omega. Fagioli does really well to win the ball there. Casale. Oh, this looks sharp. Bernardeschi is onto it in a flash. Bernardeschi. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Oh, it's come loose. Hit into the middle. And he's there to clear it. Jeremy Pino. Oh, that looks a good ball through.
Jeremy Pino, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Moved on forwards. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now then, the ball's come loose. Villanova shifted upfield. Casale. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And it's Pino. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Keane. He's found some space. Goes for a shot! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nice physical challenge. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He is going into that little black book. That's really well manoeuvred. And the counter is on. He's shifting through the gears here. That's tidy. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Just one goal in it now. Game on. Oh, that is a bit special. This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Fagioli wins the duel this time. It's an imaginative pass. Very nicely done. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Pobega.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bernardeschi. Proves too strong. Pobega. Pobega. Jeremy Pino. Short changes him with that pass. Renan Lodi. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments. Well, can he finish? He's got away with one there. Renan Lodi. That's a good run down the left. Marco Verratti. Belanova. Playing for a throw. And he's managed to get free. Well read. The danger is averted. Now it's Keane. We've played through for the wide man. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That has been clubbed away. Well, there's going to be another change here. Bernardeschi. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's onside.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Juan Miranda gets him to thwart him. No foul, says the referee. Freuler. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Marco Verratti. Spread out to the left. Over to the left. Holding on to the slenderest of leads here. Minutes must feel like hours.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Let's cut it out.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's got away. Fires it in low.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Played into space out wide. In with the challenge. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Freuler. They are right into last chance territory.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
I think we're just about done here. Marco Verratti. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Marco Verratti. Cuts out the pass. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, well measured. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance already. Tries to cross. That is that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, that's what you call a job well done. The hosts didn't make it easy. There was a fair bit of battling they had to do, but they stuck at it. And they've come through very, very solidly.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.